What's up, guys? I'm Cole. I'm the drummer for Weathers, and I'm here to take you through my setup today. So right now I'm rocking a Masters of Maples drum kit. Teamed up with those guys. They're out of LA. Make amazing stuff. I just got this guy at the New Year, so I love this. I got a classic wood finish on it with some sparkle in there, so in the lacquers, when the light hits it, it shines, which is my favorite. Just, I don't think he's ever done one like that, so I was pretty stoked about it. And I also got the Trash Talk snare drum. It's aluminum, 6 lug, just slam it. Love this guy. Can do anything with it, super light. So I got a wood and maple babinga drum kit. On the inside you can see the red, it looks so nice. I kind of left it up to Sahir, he's the guy, he's the wizard, so I was like, you know, I told him kind of the sound that I was going for, like bigger drums, more of a classic, like Bonham a little bit sound going on, and this is what he brought to me, and I just fell in love with it. So I got a 13-inch rack tom, and I got a 24-inch kick drum, and I got a 16-inch floor tom, and I also have an 18, but I don't have it with me on the road just for space, but eventually it'll be out. So I'm rocking all Remo heads right now. I like the Emperor. I got the controlled sound on top of the snare drum. I just like it because you can hit it pretty hard, it still sounds great. Remo heads kind of all the way. I like the Emperors, both bottom and top. Just kind of how I roll. Just been using them forever. Kind of classic. And I changed the snare a little bit more. That'll probably be about, it depends on how it's sounding. I don't really go by like a scheduled thing. It's more of just like, if it's just not starting to sound good, or you can just totally see some of the wear, like this rack tom I need to be getting changed here in the next like couple days probably. I don't really have like a certain like way that I was learned. I just kind of go by feel and touch, like, and I just keep hitting it until I get a sound that I really like. Mostly like pretty, not super high, pretty low. I like the snare drum just have like a really nice crack to it, and like have a nice body at the same time. So it's like a little bit of preference, but I crank the snare pretty good and keep the toms pretty low. And then I have some gaff tape and stuff to give them a nice warm sound, and so they don't resonate too much. But yeah. So I got some Pisces cymbals all around. I'm rocking the Pisces Masters dark hi-hats, 15 inches. These are my favorite cymbals that I have. Had them for a couple years now, and they just sound so nice. There's no like ring to them, which I'm not really a fan of, like ringy hi-hats and stuff, but they still cut like I want them to. So these are probably my favorite cymbals I have. Next I got the Formula 602s. I got a 19-inch and I got a 20-inch crash. Just a pair. I love the way they sound. And then I got the Formula 602 22-inch Ride Modern Essentials, and they just sound really great together all around. Right on. So, right now I'm just rocking some classic 5As, Vic Firth. I love them. I use 5Bs sometimes too, depending on the room and how I'm feeling or whatever. I go between them all the time, but I usually stick to just the classic 5As or 5Bs. I've always used them. I've used other sticks and stuff, but I've always ended up coming back to these just because they're so consistent and they're never like not balanced together. So yeah, I'd say for sticks I use those. I use some brushes sometimes, but Vic Firth, just any kind of brushes that I got. For a couple acoustic tunes that we're running. So yeah, I'm running a Roland SPD-SX pad for some triggers and stuff during like some verses and quieter parts, and to get unique sounds and whatnot. I don't use it a ton because our record is mostly raw, but just to add some dynamics in there. And then I'm also running Ableton tracks over here just to fill out and like intros and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, and then down here I actually have 2 Apollos that we're running for our interface, and so I'm using some of their plugins like the Neve and stuff like that, which just sound amazing. So yeah, I got the 2 Apollos in there, so everything just sounds the best it can. Yeah, as far as drum mics, I know I got, let's see, Josh would be more the guy, or tour manager. They're all his mics, but I got a couple Sennheisers just for rack toms right here, and I got a Telefunken M80 for the snare. We just started using this guy, and it sounds so good. So I recommend that to anybody who's looking. My in-ears, I'm using 1964 in-ears, custom. I love them. I've been with them for like 7 years now. I got the cool like shell looking ones in there now with some dark purple, probably a little gross looking, but yeah, they sound amazing. I think there's 6 drivers in each one, so I get the full spectrum. So they're probably my go-tos for sure. Basically DW hardware, at least trying to get there almost all the way around. I got a DW 9000 kick pedal, and I got a DW 9000 hi-hat stand, and then a DW hardware on all of the drums. Yeah, they're just super solid. They're just my go-to. They don't break, so I can throw them around. they're always just solid. So this is also a Telefunken M81 dynamic. It's got the curve and everything, so I can have it coming over my shoulder, and it just sounds amazing for how small it is. I'm always blown away at how dynamic it is, but yeah, it's great. Yeah, so we just got a new single out, Lonely Vampire, that we're rocking right now. We're out with Badflower for the next 6 weeks, so try to catch us on the road, and then we're doing some holiday shows in Atlanta and Phoenix and during the winter months there. Yeah, I check out Pisces and Masters of Maple. They've been hooking me up, and they're the best, so thanks guys.